Once more, we return to the realm of quests. Today I'm going to play a quest I have made a few years ago actually, back in 2020. A quest which I have been actually meaning to play in one of these videos for a very long time, but I just never got around to it. Well, today is the day. We are going to play Art Quest. Perhaps one of the two best quests I've ever made. Art Quest van Gop. So immediately, very striking how the text is written in this quest. No capitalization, in general, very simple-minded speaking patterns. Van Gop is just a plain goblin in a goblin town. So many goblins, but Van Gop just prefers staying at home. And he was going to do some nice drawings, but he would rather paint. But what does Van Gop want to do next? Well, that's what the quest is about. And you immediately get hit by the Goblins theme track. Just the most wonderful theme in the game. So goofy, so goobery, so cute. Befitting the extremely cute goblin design in front of us. Very exciting. And here we have Van Gop's father. Nice blank space, very good. This is a really fun room, because like, hey, how do you actually show a painting of a goblin in this game if that art asset doesn't exist? Well, just make a room that looks like a goblin and just have them talk about that. So, know it's good, Papa happy, so it's good. One of the many rules I came up with for the gobbo speak, so to say, in this quest series is that I just don't use words like I, you, he, she, it, they. But in this first quest, I just kind of break those rules sometimes. I would have rather said, no, good, Papa happy, so good. But oh well. Van Gop wants to paint more. He's a Disney princess. He just wishes he could do more. Very mean shaman. Oh, how cute. So the quest begins in earnest and we already have 2 party members. Let's go. So when we look at Van Gop, we can see that his stats are absolute shit. He is extremely weak. Like, very low stats. He only has like 1 good stat, which is like 13 soul. Also level 1. So here we have his paintbrush. Very good for making art. Very good for poking your ears. Very comfy tights. One of the things I kind of like about this goblin design is that they just don't really tell you what those brown pants are meant to be. I just assume they're tights because it's funny. So Van Gop has his necklace. That's a necklace we can see on his model, the one with the 3 teeth. And his one spell is a painting spell made using his own earwax. Very normal. So when we look at his father's stats, he's much more capable, clearly. Like 5 levels higher, way higher stats. He's got a knife for foraging purposes. He's got big tights, way too big to fit Van Gop, of course. He is just a child. Like, you can tell, you can really tell by comparing their models. They look so different. It's a bit of a shame that you don't really have any customization for the creature models in this game, but well, when you have such an amazingly well designed creature like the goblin, do you need any modifications really? And Papa also has one of these necklaces. His is, of course, sorrow sentiment for some reason. I wonder why that would be. So one of the things I really wanted to do in this quest is to let you examine pretty much everything. So here I'm joking about the fact that the bubbling green cauldron is just used for everything in these quests. It can be soup, it can be yellow paint, it can be acid. It's multifaceted, multi-purpose green goop. Most strange gobbo question. Portrait. Very cute. It me! It me! What a sentence. Wow, still me. I loved writing for these goblins. They just sound so cute and excitable. Just Papa and Van Gogh. Just two goblins. Nothing sad about that. Nothing sad. So, one of the rules I also made up is that, well, if goblins only have 8 fingers, wouldn't I use a base 8 counting system? That seemed funny to me. And then I also decided, you know, what if they just count things in a funny way, like 4 8s and 3 gobbos? Ah, that's like 32 and 3 goblins. So it's 35 goblins actually. That's just how I decided that these goblins do their counting. Imagine making up a math system for your quest. Why would you even do that? Who is this goblin who is in every painting? So strange. Procrastination. He really is an artist. And here we have it, the Goblin Town. Assembling this room was a really interesting thing to do. I think it took me quite a few iterations to get everything located just right, but I am so happy with this end result. It honestly looks like it could be a little quaint town that just so happens to have like a massive lava hole in it. Oh, look at the farm. Damn, that's a nice farm that you have there. Like 12 patches of land. Potat farming. Van Gogh is a very much a starving artist. Always depressed, always saying no, always making a sad grimace. Create gobbos, good gobbo farmers. So that's referring to the little green spiral symbol there. That's the goblin's sentiment. But oh no, Van Gogh wants to be an artist. He wants to make art. But you can't eat art. Silly. Just silly. Silly Van Gogh. Art is for little silly children. Real adults, they farm potatoes. So this one is, for example, fear sentiment. Oh no, Van Gogh doesn't want to forage. He's just not ready. Just like his mother. Oh no, Papa doesn't like that. And here we have to cook. Who's giving us the potat? Let's go! Potat time. Eek! Gobbo potat hot. So cute. Kop, kop, mond, mond. Papa is just incredibly greedy. He just wants all the gobbo potats. So we actually received one of these potats. Yum yum lava baked gobbo potats, all natural flavor. Now I don't think natural is much of a gobbo term, but well, we'll just break the rules sometimes. Look at this goblin baby. You can really tell it's a baby by the different portrait here. So different. Little Van Gogh. But Van Gogh is not so little anymore. But he is still very cute. Hee hee. So these are all the same. So there isn't really much reason to talk with them. Ah, the shaman, such a wise person. Scary? Very wise and scary. Lil Van Gogh. Gop Gop. So cute. Gobbo Gart, Gart Gobbo. It's just incredible dialogue. Look, how does Van Gogh not know his way around town? It's minuscule. Ah, books. We all love books. So Van Gogh only ever gets to draw goblins. He wants to do more, but nope. He has to work on drawing genealogy trees. No actual trees. Wow, but Van Gogh doesn't want to be a scribe. He wants to make art. Ah, we can't examine the desks. Oh, Van Gogh just wants to draw pretty maps, but they are just too difficult to read. The world is not pretty. Absolutely roasted. Oh, this was fun to write. Explaining the types of goblins. Very cute. Van Gogh just felt the Alora Fane symbol in his little goblin heart. How cute. Ah, so here is where we explain the how the sentiment system works with goblins. Fiery and strong. They tell other goblins what to do. They are teachers of self-confidence. How wholesome. But they also need to learn. So this was actually really fun because I just got to explore like, hey, like how would these city goblins talk about like all of these different sentiments and like the things they can teach others and the things they can learn from others. Okay, so these just repeat. Strong gobbos, clever gobbos. So you have create gobbos, that's one gob's type. Create gobbos work and think new things that not already is. This was a very difficult concept to write down in gobbo speak. Like, how do you even explain the concept of innovation using such simple language? So, you know, the creation goblins, they worry about the future. The wary goblins, they think about the past and present. And now we have the final goblin types, the care gobbos. They just care. They help and they feel. Gob cells. Feel gobbos, deep feelers, and strong relate over gobbos. Feel goblins need to learn when to just let it go and move on. But Papa just can't let go of these feelings. We can learn so much from the goblins. Just pointing fun at the fact that the goblin speak thing is often just kind of arbitrary. So yeah, the shaman is in charge of basically keeping everything nice and running with magic. The goblin boss, the gobbos, is in charge of making everything run nicely with interpersonal issues. The drama. No, the drama these goblins will go through. Rocks gobt, gob. He just loves crushing things. They all just love the shaman, don't they? Never paint with soup. Awful idea. Super gobbo. Imagine naming yourself Super Gobbo because your job is just to make soup. So that's actually one thing. Most of the goblins just don't really have names like we do. Like the thing that they do is also what they name themselves. Like you're a farmer now. Congratulations, your name is Farmer. That's just how their naming scheme works. They take pride in their jobs. Soup. Silly. Puns are not art. And now we have the final hut, the guard hut. Van Kop doesn't want to draw scary things. Oh, he wants to draw pretty things, like trees. But the Gobbo Tinker just assumes he means camo. Oh no, is Van Gogh sentimentalist? Goodness. He just wants to wear tights. But Papa's just too fat from eating all of those potards. Ah, the favorite goblin, the Gobbo Boomer. The Boom Boom Gobbo Boomer. You know, the carver does the fine work, the boomer just blows shit up. Explosions, very fun. And he just shows us his fucking toe, which just fell off. Wow. Better be careful or else your toe might fall off. So he just blows up his toes and just asks the shaman, hey, can you put it back? But he likes it, so it's very fine and normal. Not strange. Okay, boomer. Van Kop is not going to lose any toes, I'm sure. Oh my. Van Gog's father has been in prison? Strange. But nothing happened. It's fine. So there's clearly something going on with like these goblins, right? There is some There's a little bit of a sinister undercurrent of people not really telling Van Gogh certain things. Ah, the shaman pupil. So not the real shaman. So one thing I wanted to like explore is that they don't really have this concept of time that we do. They just have this concept of like, oh, the sky is bright, or like, oh, like the sun is setting, but they don't have this concept of like an hour or like a week. Like they just perceive time by looking at the sky. So yeah, this is just me warning the player, you know, hey, if you want to go talk with these goblins, you should do it now, or it might not be possible later. And now we are in a cutscene. But oh no, we can't have the art supplies. They are needed for more important things. Van Gogh should just stick to drawing goblins, because that's just way more useful. Well, if Van Gogh wants to do that, he should go get that stuff himself. Oh, but Papa thinks that's just too dangerous. He just wants to protect Van Gogh. But the shaman is just so busy. She doesn't have the time. No, too danger. Cop, cop. And then Papa runs away, crying. Because he's just sad. Very mean shaman. Damn. There he is, the Chad, the Gobbos. Perhaps the greatest character in this quest. Don't apologize to me, apologize to them. But spoken by a goblin, so it's just in a very silly, sad in a very silly manner. Boom. The solution is to just talk to Van Gogh's father and tell him, stop being so ridiculously anxious about things. Easy. Okay, so the Gobbos saying tomorrow, yeah, that's not really something. That's not a word they should be using. That's not a Gobbo speak word. Oops. skylight is fading. It's getting dark. Shaman just wants to go eat, but gets a stern talking to instead. And of course, Van Gogh's father just sitting alone by himself in a corner, like a sad sack. Aww. Cute music. Tasty soup. So we can't just go home now, but we can also talk with all the goblins. They do have updated dialogue. Hee hee hee. Very scary. So the goblin guard actually sleeps during the day and stands guard during the night. You can imagine that gets pretty lonely when he's the only one doing that. The secret to the ultimate gobbo bodat. Thank God. Most spicy gobbo spice, gobbo love. The secret ingredient. Oh, see, someone is actually excited about Van Gogh's art. How wholesome. Oh, Shaman, just so busy. No time for this silly Van Gogh nonsense. Van Gogh's tiny little insignificant problem. So this NPC is actually a bit special. When I first made this quest, I ran into a bug here. Because this is the second plot state where basically every NPC who you already talk with would have their dialogue just completely bugged. I managed to fix it, but like I already had this NPC put here to like explain that like there's like an alternate solution, but that's just not needed anymore because I just fixed it. So this NPC is just kind of here now talking about how his purpose is just void now. See? It was all a debugging measure. Very confusing. So yeah, I actually used this NPC to find out the exact nature of the bug, but well, now that I have actually just solved the bug, this NPC is pointless. Oh well. And we can't just go to bed. I like how they just kind of sleep on the floor. They don't really have beds, they just sleep wherever. Cute. Maybe sneak out. Then he'll show them that Van Gogh can forage safely. Maybe if I cause problems, that will make people want to help me more. Oh, he's a little bit twisted, isn't he? Gob Gob. Wat Van Gogh do? Van Gogh not sure. He's just gonna make some pretty paintings as an apology. So this was actually a fun scene to hide, like hiding Van Gogh's reasoning for why he's going to sneak out and just worrying about all the things that could go wrong and just contingencies if they do. Oh, good grief. Ah, I was worried about that. The quest is borked. This is why I made a save file. It's the bug. It's the bug. This happens when in a quest state you look at a dialogue and then you look at a second dialogue, a split. And then in a later quest stage you try to do that again. Things just get incredibly buggy. So I'm going to have to cut off the video here and I'm going to just have to reset and I'm going to have to load my save file. How cumbersome. Oh well.